What up, YouTube? It's Team 3 Star Gaming again, and we got a PSA submission video for you guys today. We're going to give you guys what we're submitting. We're submitting 102 cards, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to do the first half, and then Carlin's going to do the second half. There's some Japanese, some old school, some new school. We're starting to do a lot of pack openings and submitting out to PSA and selling any of the duplicates. We're keeping the highest grade, and we're just trying to sustain ourselves just to make it fun. We're going to start with the Japanese Alchemy VMAX from, I forgot the set that we just opened, Dream. So this one's well centered. Everything else. The good thing about Japanese cards, they're usually well done. So I'm going to say this is going to be a 10. Now we're talking VMAX Alchemy Rainbow Rare. I also see this getting a 10. Centering's really good. It's harder to tell with the centering on these ones just because of the backing. There's no defined border exactly. So I'm going to go with a 10. Here's a Japanese purchase I made. This is an Ampharos from Neos. Just from looking at this, again, off-center from top to bottom. Little left to right, and I know for a fact if you look at the back, it's all scraped up. You can even see it right there. So I'm going to go with a 7. Lanes Arcanine. This is also Gym Challenge, if I'm not mistaken. We have an English PSA 6 of this, and I got this off eBay. And the centering's not the greatest, left to right. There's little white nicks here and there you'll see on the card, but I have a good feeling about this getting a nice 7. So a little upgrade from our other one. This is the CD promo, Blastoise, and I also got this off auction eBay. It's got white scratches, you can see on it. A little off-center, it's got some white nicks on the back that I'm not going to show you. I'm just hoping for a 6. Even I'd be happy with a 5 with this, honestly. I just wanted the set just because I love the artwork. You can see that it's shooting out of the cannon. These are all alphabetical, so not by generation or anything. Mega Blastoise EX in our first submission, which you guys did not get to see. You'll get to see the return of. We submitted a few of these. We're just trying to go for the 10, and then we're going to sell off all the dupes. So if you guys are interested in any of them, this one we're sending off because we believe it can get a 10 between the centering and everything else. Even in a 9, this has a $20 value, so it's a win-win for us. VMAX Butterfree, we're actually sending off 2. These are from breaks we get from Dariums.com. I believe this will get a 10 off centering. It's almost looks like the original pink Butterfree from the TV show. They're both, I predict, a 10. Centerings are very good on these. No scratches. Alright, same thing. Got 4 full art center scorches we're setting off. Individually, I'll do these quickly. Centering looks a little heavy on the top to the bottom, so maybe a 9 at worst. This one's better. Top to bottom, 10. Top to bottom, is that Nick? No, 10. And this is a beautiful center. Okay, this is the best. This is getting the 10. So maybe 3 10s, 1 9. Don't need to say anymore. It's Charizard. It's going to go. Even as a non-hollow, which they're more generous on these typically. But there's a little whitening. I can get it to focus right there. A little right there that they're not going to miss. Same with down there. So with the corners being that way, centering looks good. There's a white nick. 8. I'd be happy with an 8 on this. This is also the CD promo Charizard from Japanese. The Japanese. Again, I'm happy with a 6 or anything with this. It doesn't have any creases or anything, so it'll get better than a 6. Better than a 5 or a 4. But it's got a lot of scratches in the hollow, and the back isn't the prettiest. I'll actually show this one because it's such a major card. Yeah. See the whites, nicks right there. It's pretty much all around the border like that. So, like I said, a 6 I'd be happy with. 7 would be amazing. I don't know why we didn't send this off in our first video, because we know it's going to get a 9 if you can look at that border. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's getting a 9 at best. Back's pretty clean, but the centering's just going to kill the grade. It's another one of these, Charizard Brixton. This one has a bit of shot at the chin with centering. Still a little thicker on that side, but they might be within the parameters of being okay. There's no white nicks. The back centering is a lot better. It's still a little thick on this side. Charizard GX. We just pulled both of these out of our Hidden Fates opening. You guys want to go see? They're 10 quality, except for the centering on this one. This one's a lot better in centering. This may be just slightly off-centered, but it should still get the 10. And then here's the 4 that we're going to submit that you guys seen in our late trainer box openings. What can I say other than the Charizards? They're promos. And it's got to be one of the most sought-after sets out there right now. So this promo is just it's a no-brainer to send out. Even at a 9, it's going to be a no-brainer. Honestly, no matter what, these could all 4 come back 10s, and I don't think we're going to sell them right away. I think we're going to sit on them. I do not think they're going to get all 10s. I think if I'm lucky, one's going to get a 10, and it's going to be this one. The centering is closest on this. All that I've noticed, they're all slightly, I don't even know if it's chipped or the way they cut. But I've seen a lot of YouTubers point this out, and we're the same. This one has a thicker right side for centering. Thicker right side for centering. And this one even got cut kind of hard. See that? I've tried rubbing it off, flicking it. This might get an 8. So, now, that's what we got for Charizard sending off. Some more Japanese. We got a Colossal full art. Like I said, Japanese cut their stuff really well. Their quality out of the box, even back in base set, was so much better than the English. And if you can't afford the English version, get the Japanese version. I mean, it's still the same artwork. Maybe not have the same amount of nostalgia on them, but especially with the older packs, you're guaranteed a holo in them, like base set, and I think through Neo, you're guaranteed a holo. And I mean, pull base set Charizard or Blaine's Arcanine or Blaine's Charizard. I mean, who cares if it's Japanese or English? And you submit it and get the 10, it's just, you're doing it from the artwork. And so that's what I really like about the Japanese set. Both these have a good chance of getting a 10. They're both phenomenal Colossals. We submitted a English Gold Rare one. I got this because it's shiny. It's Crobat, one of Curlin's favorite cards. I don't think it'll get the 10. It has just enough whitening on it that I think it's going to hold it back. And the cut's just ever so slightly thicker on this side than that side. Hollow's pretty good. If I can get it to come into focus. There's a small swirl right there by its top right wing. Right there, start of a swirl. So it's cool. We're submitting 4 Crobats. Heavily played in the TCG. We don't play the TCG. So we're submitting them to PSA. All have 10 quality. Honestly, Darkness Ablaze cuts were phenomenal for the most part. So that's pretty easy submission right there. Our only full art Crobat V out of, I think, 7 boxes, which I wish we would have opened, but most of them were bought off Darium's. I'd open on his channel. The only way this doesn't get a 10 is the thickness between the top and the bottom. And it is ever so slightly. Donphan, one of my favorite cards. Just, I love that mon. And this card, I think it's Dark Donphan in English. This card goes for over $100. And I really like the artwork of it, and it has a nice swirl when I saw it on eBay, so I had to snatch it up. If you can see it's been splattered, or something has got into this card. So, the back's not too bad, except for that. So, I'm going with a 6-7 on this for my grade. Dreadnought V's and Duraludon. These are all from Champion's Path. You can see. And again, just the cuts on these, the thickness, is the only thing that's going to keep these from 10s. The best thing about the VMAX card is you can't really see the border as well. You see it right there if you line it up. But other than that, see a 10 out of that. Probably a 10 out of this. Only thing that's going to hold it back is the centering. Just like all of Champion's Path, the centering is just not so good. 2 Eternatus VMAX full arts. As I mentioned before, the cuts are really good from Darkness Ablaze. So I'm hoping for 10s on these, and if we get 2 10s, then I don't see any point of not holding on to 2 10s, so I'll probably sell the excess one. Gardevoir V are one of 2 rainbows that we pulled from our Champion's Path box. I'm hoping for a 10 on this. My one concern, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's not exactly flaky, but it's not smooth either. but centering is great on it. So we get a 10. It'll be a nice binder card for PSA. Keep going. All right, we're gonna continue. Gardevoir V. This one actually is cut very good. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Gardevoir V again. That one was full art. This one's just regular. And again, this one actually cut good. If only the Charizards could get this. Shiny Gibbles. We have a lot of shiny cards to submit. We're just kind of doing them in small chunks and everything. That way each submission return has a couple good, outliers on there. And we're trying to get a bunch of our dupes graded so we can keep our highest and sell the rest to fund the business and get moving. And when we do the return video, if anybody even watches our YouTube, you guys can shoot us offers, and we'll see what we can do. Gristnell V's, Max. I see 10s on all these. I honestly cannot say enough for Champions Path. There's 3 of them, and they are just so well centered. And now that I said that, I see this one slightly off-centered. Thicker on the left. That'll get a 9. No 9OCs, but that'll get a 9. Now, this is a rare find. Won this in an auction on eBay, and it was just one of the cards in the binder. I think I spent like 35 bucks. And turns out this is a vending machine Haunter from 96. Krillin's favorite card is Haunter. So we're sending this off for him. Do I think it's going to get a 10? I doubt it because of that right there, if you can see that. But the centering's really good. If they miss that, there's no nicks. I don't know if there's even a pop for this or if it's worth anything at all. But he loves Haunter. It's an old card. Really cool artwork with this. You don't ever see him look mean. Usually he's the jokester of the group. So I'm going to hoping that comes back high. And my final part, second and final part, 14 case. They all have 9 or better quality. This one's probably going to get a 9 centering. This one's slightly thicker still. This one can get a 10. That's so much better on the centering. And this one can get a 10. So we're going for 2 10s, 2 9s. Obviously, PSA can miss something or see something invisible on these cards and knock these down. But Hidden Fates, as a whole, if they're centered well, they're usually pretty safe bets for 10s. Alrighty, guys, that's my half and my predictions. It's kind of a little competition between Krillin and me. We're just going off quick glances what our PSA guesses are going to be for these. We plan on, we're submitting these through Graded Gem. And it ends up being $10 a card to get them graded compared to if you would even try to do it without paying for the subscription. It's like $17 a card. So we're going to submit 100 each month. That's the goal. Keep the highest grades, sell the dupes, and keep buying more, and hopefully open up more videos and do more submissions, return videos, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to hopefully try to get 3 videos out a week. We don't know if that's possible. As you know, Pokemon can be a very expensive hobby, even with modern stuff the way it is, because Champions Path just came out, and I think they're $100 in the Elite Trainer box, just the Elite Trainer box. I personally can't keep things sealed, so I gotta open it. So I don't expect any vintage really for a little while, if at all. We'll mostly be modern and PSA submissions, and we'll have to see what goes from there. When we submit it, we usually use deck boxes with sleeves. Just if you guys are curious, it just works out really well. So yeah, guys, this is gonna be Goku signing off. In the next day or two after this video is posted, you'll probably see Krillin's reaction and his cards, and he'll pick off where I left off alphabetically after the ink case. So yeah, guys, hope you guys have a great day, and Goku signing off.